You just kind of use your discretion. If it's a small, tight hole and you don't shove, you know, put a small trap in it, and they won't know any better because they're used to running through this tight little narrow spot. But if you've got a big spot, you know you got a brush pile with an area that's 6 feet wide on one side of it, then you know use a big trap or 330. I even have 660s that I use in the big areas, just because I don't have to fence them. And in a big area, if you're trying to pinch an otter or a beaver down to an 8-inch area in a 6-foot hole, you know, if it's a smart one, they're going to get suspicious, you know. But if they've got a 20-inch opening to go through, you know, they don't think much about that. So you know that's an expensive trap, so not everybody's going to buy one of those. But
use what you have and use it as good as you can.
But you know, big hole, big trap, and if it's a small hole, use what fits the area. That's the way I feel.
And then of course your 330, and then you get up into your 660s, and you've got your MB5,
1216s.
1216s that they are. Yeah, those are the only trap I've had stolen from me, like years before. That's what I had stolen from me, was those years before. I had 330s stolen a few years ago, but the only trap that I bought expensive, you know, out the gate, were those, and those all came up missing. Those have a kill bar on them, and they shut tight. And if you set one of those off on your hand, you walk out with it on your hand probably, and get somebody to help you take it off.
Probably a broken bone. Oh, yeah.
They are bad. They are bad. I never advise children using those. And then of course you get to where, you know, you got your footholds that you set. And of course this right here looks exactly like the cables that I put together for the other things, except for these have a lock washer on them. I was telling Johnny and them earlier, he mentioned, you know, people talking about going to rebar. Yes, I think it was Johnny, wasn't it? Go look somewhere alike. Brothers, cousins. The whole idea behind this is you stake this down. This goes out into deep enough water, you know, and this is connected to your trap. This is weighted down in some manner, and they go down into it and they can't come back up. I work a lot of irrigation ditches. I don't have enough water to do that. They're there. The beaver are there. You might find you a pool here and there, but a lot of it, you know, you're sitting on 1.5 foot of water. Well, you catch a big beaver, 1.5 foot of water, he's just standing there waiting on you mad. You know, standing in the water saying, well, what's going on? And
yeah, if you can't kill it, don't use a foothold. It's my opinion on it.
And so,
If you can't drown it.
if you can't drown it, you know,
I don't use them.
and I've set plenty of them and set them up on land dry. But if you do, beaver have really weak ankles and they will twist off. That's the idea behind a real high catch trap like that for beaver. The idea being that when it gets in there, it's there. You know, it's all the way up on it. Setters, there's nothing real shameful about setters. You know, I have set many of these by hand over and over and over again.
Those bridges suck trying to set by hand.
Brand new, they're stout. Used, they're stout. They just stay strong.
And the eyes on them springs are smaller than the other trays.
They don't slide real well. And I have noticed that. That's the only thing I don't like about them. I haven't had a lot of trouble with them. They hold up real well. Like I said, they're really strong. The nice thing about a Bridger, it's a true 10 by 10, where like a Duke is a 9 by 10 or 9.5 by 10. And the thing about setters, if you buy a good pair of setters, they lock down like that. It holds it there. They're a little more expensive, but if you're going to buy setters, just go ahead, spend the extra 10, 12 bucks and buy the sets with a trigger on them, and they hold down. Pretty nice. All right, well, let's act like we're trapping a beaver. All right. We'll get back to the house and tell my wife.